Did you wrestle? Because I know you wrestled Randy quite a few times in the Memphis mid-'80s run. Did you wrestle Lanny at all as well?
No, we were all. Randy was a heel. Lanny was a babyface. I was a babyface, so I never wrestled Lanny. Where I met Randy basically was right before I went to Puerto Rico. I was working in Nashville. And I remember when we started, the territory was terrible. We'd go to Nashville, which had a population back in those days of maybe 600,000, maybe it's 1,000,000 now, 600,000. And we'd go out there and there'd be 200 people there. 200 people. It's like, and it wasn't even a big building and it looked empty. So finally I was a heel there, and Randy come to me one night and said, "Hey man," he said, "we're busting our balls for nothing. Why don't we do this?" He gave me this idea. He said, "Why don't we work an angle, me and you turn babyface, I'll be the heel." And we did that angle, and 3 weeks later, we sold out Nashville. And we started drawing around the territory. That was Nick Goulas's last big hurrah. Because when I left and Randy left, that was the guts of your TV. So there was nothing to go see. So, and Nick, I think, closed up about 6 to 8 months later. And I say closed up, I think Jerry Jarrett, they worked some deal there where Jerry Jarrett bought him out.
I'm actually, you know what? I'm just Googling George Goulas there. I have a feeling that they limped on for a while. George Goulas was still wrestling in 1980 with Bobby Eaton. That must have been their last year, surely. 1980.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah. I'm going to run through some of Lanny's later career highlights. You jump in whenever you want to. Is some career highlights of Randy and Lanny depart from to the WWF in 1985. And apparently this was because possibly Jimmy Hart, who'd already just jumped to the WWF from Memphis, recommended them, as well as Howard Finkel, who used to watch all the tapes, and they both went to McMahon and said, get Randy. And then Lanny goes with him at Randy's behest. Lanny Poffo becomes the poet laureate of the WWF. He reads a brand new poem every night, and then he throws frisbees into the crowd, but essentially he is a preliminary wrestler. Say that. In March 1989, he turns heel and eventually becomes the cap and gown bedecked genius Lanny Poffo, a somewhat effeminate and unusually flexible bad guy, as we've discussed earlier, who was smarter than everybody else. He defeats Hulk Hogan via countout at Saturday night's main event at the time when Hulk Hogan never lost, even by DQ or countout on television especially, and he formed a team with Mr. Perfect. He feuds with Jim Neidhart after that, then he gets his hair cut by Brutus Beefcake at WrestleMania 6, where supposedly nobody told Lanny he was getting his hair cut. They told Brutus, "Hey dude, you need to cut his hair at the end of it," or the kind of thing, but no one smartened up Lanny. Randy Savage was furious after the fact. Lanny then manages Bowen Blake Beverly, then he disappears from WWF TV too.